So we have a slam dunk short coming up here in the markets as we have essentially kind of a pause day here for the spiders. Let's take a look. It is Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Really appreciate you guys helping me out. Again, I'll do another giveaway and we'll maybe even do another live course too soon. If you guys want to, maybe we'll do it make it a regular thing too. But yeah, if we can get to 200 likes, that is awesome. It's really been helping the channel out, but I appreciate that. Also, sale on active traders still until the 11th. So that'll be after Trump's tax day, or Trump's tariff day, before tax day, April 11th. 60% off your first month, 20% off swing trades. Take advantage of that. Details are in my pinned tweet. Anyway, let's get into it here today. So markets today with basically what I would call a pause day. So we had a big rally yesterday, and from Friday's close to like the high today, it was like a 120 point rally pretty much. So you're kind of seeing some stalling action. Markets got their floaties on in the pool, and we're just kind of, we got a kind of a lunch hour dip, and then kind of we're just floating back up now as we get near the end of the day. A couple of things though, before we get into, is this a slam dunk short or not? But yeah, Qs are leading, right? So the Qs are leading again, up 45 basis points. You might have seen Tesla here. Having a good day. The 200 moving average not providing much resistance. I mean, we intraday backed off of it, but it's bouncing right back up here. And you're seeing defensives, XLP, XLU, XLV, all very weak on the day. That's not necessarily bearish. You know, when you see the Qs outperforming, you can see XLK, IGV acting well. Apple leading the charge here up 1.4. That's been weak for a long time, and that is starting to come back a little bit. We also saw some leadership from Amazon up 1%, Meta up 1 as well. I think Flix was up. Yeah, Flix up 2.51. Getting above that red bar high. That's big mega resistance there. And again, this is a certified island here on the Qs. You know, on IGV, we talked about that. Same look. Failed bearish inside bar. So we are looking for some more upside here. Now, what am I talking about here with this slam dunk short? That's the consensus from what I can see. Just from in my feeds and the things channels that I listen to, it seems like everybody is just lined up right there at 5,800, or you know, maybe 5,825. Right, you got the 50%. But it just seems like to me, the consensus is that it's a slam dunk here to take this short. And that makes me a little nervous from somebody who is looking to maybe take a short here for a move. Whenever I want to short the market, the best shorts that I've ever taken are ones where I'm scared to take them. And I don't see people scared to short right now. I see a lot of confidence that this is going to be a lower high, which leads me to believe we could see a pain trade here, maybe a lot higher, maybe even to the 618, right? And these are levels that, I mean, you know, it's not like I'm giving away gold here. You guys can see, it's not like it's hard to figure out fibs here. You got pivots right there. You got a 618. You got this beautiful retrace to the home base breakdown. I mean, it's clear as day. Look, you even got a perfect measured move here, right, to the 50% fib. But we've seen this before, right? Many times over, right? Did we go to a 618 here? Yeah. And did we gap right above it? Yep. And we did get a pullback. We got a pullback. Did we do it here? Yep. Did we gap right above it? Yeah. Did we get a pullback? Barely, right? What about here? Did we get anything there? No, we just kind of consolidated for a week. We consolidated for a few weeks. We consolidated for a month. So if your base case is, for me, I think the pain trade at some point soon will become all-time highs. It's going to be a pretty nasty pain trade too. I think it's better just to be hedged into this than it is to just flat out short. That may, you know, and we'll see if that ends up being right or wrong. But I mean, you could hedge for downside, cut the downside, cut the kickstand off, and then just buy again into the lows. I think that's a better plan than dumping all longs and trying to go all in short. Just for me personally, I think that's the best move. Even if you think we're going to go down to 5,400, which is totally valid. I mean, we have gaps here. I've talked about that yesterday. I actually don't even care about the gap yesterday. I actually like that gap because everybody wants it to fill. So, right. The one I don't like is that one. It's like a point and a half. The reason I don't like it is because nobody cares about it. Nobody's looking at it. So that's the one I would be more concerned with. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems to me like this. There's this consensus. There's this zero fear to short the market at 5,800, maybe 5,825, which tells me maybe we just flag, and then we go up to 59, and then we pull back. And what if we pull back and we just pull back to 57? Maybe what if we fill this gap and then we just go back up? So there's possibilities here. That's kind of what that's kind of where I'm at right now. So, will I probably take a hedge there at least? Yeah. I mean, like, the levels are the levels. They're pretty clear. But, I'm not sold. I've seen this movie way too many times. So that's kind of where I'm at. So it's good level, if you want to, try to fade attempt here. But just know that literally every furu out there is doing the same thing. So that's kind of where I'm at. Nice curl up here for the Qs. And yeah, for Qs levels, you got 495, which we almost hit this morning. I was looking for that to hit, but, market got a little tired. Like we said, 120 point rally in 2 days on the S&P. So it's tired. We have the 200 right there. I think 5 even is probably a better number, but, there's no guarantee we just go straight there. But at the same time, these failures they provide pretty big moves. This is a certified island, right? It's a failure. Bear flag failure. That usually means you're going to go violently in the other way. So again, I just see people trying to, like, I saw a lot of victory lapping here on this. Like, this is just like lunch hour pullback here. I mean, like, why are you trying to fade this thing already? Let it play out first if you want to fade it. 580 SPY is a pretty good number there. This is dividend unadjusted, just so you know. Q's also paid yesterday too, I believe. But yeah, we're just kind of retesting the 200 right now, and so far it's holding. So we'll just keep it simple there. Yeah, I do see a risk. Bottom line, I see the risk, but I also see everyone else seeing the same risk too, and that's what pain trades are. And we've seen that plenty of times before, and I've, like to think I've done pretty well trading them in the past and gotten a lot better, specifically over the last couple of years with this bull run here. That said, if we take another look here, NQ. You can see it right there, the bull market trend line. I think this is a better risk reward here, right up there on, maybe 20,008. And there's a 200 right up there. So that would probably equal out to about 500 on the Qs, right? So maybe a little bit more space to go. Anyway, IWM here, again, basically like a pause day after a big move. I still think this can go to 215. Those are just the numbers. So we'll see if that happens or not. I have no position in it. Diamond up 12 cents. 430 is your next kind of big gamma area. And then your big breakdown is right up here around 435. It's kind of nebulous, though. It's kind of got a couple of pivots around 432, 433 area there. SMH, flat to lower today, but this pattern's pretty good. I like the pullback, the launch, and then kind of the hammer. So yeah, you got a little bit of resistance here at 235. Like, look at all these pivots in this area here. And then kind of like 240, 245. I think there's a wall at 245. If it gets up there. Again, if it gets up there. But right now it's hanging in there. IGV we talked about is strong. And again, you can see right here, it backed off of these pivots, but now it's coming right back up. So again, it's right back up here as we get into the final 10 minutes of the day. But again, island, right? And then just gap through the 200. That's usually a sign of strength there. Transport's backed off today. So again, kind of a pause there as well. They're still weak. They have been for a while, but they'll probably get some sort of zigzag. I like the liquidity grab on Friday. That was nice. Rates did come down a little bit today. Actually, let's just go to ZT. I think we had an auction today. It didn't really move the 2-year that much, but yeah, it looks like it got a little bid off the lows. I'm still in the camp that yields are going up, specifically on the long end. Not a good failed breakout there on ZN. It did come off the lows though by the end of the day, so I'll give it that. You can see the 30-year yield here, fractionally green on the day. I still think that one's 4.8 to 4.85. XHB inside day, still laggard. VNQ laggard as well, down 1%. XLF, again, still strong. So Fins leading the market. Fins and tech, Defensive's down, tech up, financials up. It's really not a bad configuration. By the way, XLF now above all moving averages on the daily, depending on where we close here. KRE, again, pause day, no changes from yesterday. Broker dealers here continuing up. That's 50 MA is in play there tomorrow. There will be some resistance, like we said, at 860 and then 880. But good move here for fins. Oil was all over the map today. It started off strong and then big dump here. The oil just dumps for like no reason half the time. I think there was a headline here, but it did recover. I think we get inventory tomorrow. Yeah, I think this can go through 70, honestly. That's a good failure there too. And there's a lot of shorts in this. The one thing that would stall that out is that there is, I guess, now being progress made. I forgot to even mention that, but yeah, progress being made now with Russia, Ukraine. That could also be a tailwind for markets too. So just be aware of that. Very headline-driven market too. XLE strong today, although it came off the highs. My Exxon's still doing pretty good. So I'm waiting for that one for a while. It has been going though. XOP trying to put in a bull flag. It's got to do a lot more though. And OIH holding up as well. I want to see this close the week above 262. So if we can close above these pivots here on the weekly, I'd say that's like a certified failed breakdown. So especially if we can get above 270 with that red bar there. But good bounce off the lows for OIH. NatGas trying to hold this breakup bar low. Again, still in backing and filling mode. I haven't played with it in quite a while, honestly. Dollar index got hit earlier, but it came back up. So it's trying to build a base here. You got a little W. Maybe it's going for a V. I don't have the intraday, the after hours, but you can see kind of a little W there on the 4 hour. It's trying to base up, so trying for that 105 area. We'll see if we can get there, and then, you know, if it can go through that, it can go to 106. The dollar's still trying. We got gold holding up decently. It did back off a little bit. No sell signal yet. Silver had a big moonshot earlier, and then it came off the highs, but it's still up 2 1/4, and that's setting up for a move to 38. We had bounces in platinum and palladium today. Palladium's pattern's a little bit better, but nothing great on either of those. And then copper is just a powder keg here. That's probably going to all-time highs. I mean, right? I mean, this is, you know, an adjusted monthly. It's at all-time highs, but with adjustments, it's not quite there. Pretty good moves here in that space. Some of the producers catching up a little bit too. I know FCX is up nicely this week. But anyway, Bitcoin here continuing to inch up 80 basis points again. Kind of a pause, kind of similar. Again, we're still giving this the upside bias to 91.5 to 92. So no changes there. Not much else to say. Got a lot of daily chart resistance up here. If it gets through that, it can go and try to maybe consolidate and try to go for 100K. I think that's I think that's all it's going to do, but got that similar kind of look on the weekly, right? That kind of down sloping channel there, but it's still kind of immature, so I'm not really relying on it just yet. But Bitcoin hanging in there, and yeah, it's actually inching up right now with the spiders and the Qs. So yeah, look at Tesla here. So that's going to 300 here pretty soon. I would say maybe probably tomorrow, honestly. So 495, not that far off. We got 5,800. That's a stone's throw away. We might even just gap up tomorrow and get up into that area. If we do, then I think that's, you know, you're probably at a good risk reward for shorting. But just be aware that if everybody does it, there might be a pain trade where, you know, maybe it does pull back, but what if it just pulls back like this? And then just, you know, goes up to the 618, right? And then from there, if it gets through that, we're going higher. But there are some more periods of risk coming up here. You know, I've got some numbers that I've already done on volatility that would tell me where we might be topping out, but you know, we're not there yet. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I will see you guys all tomorrow.